I gotta talk about this situation right now that I'm not really proud of. I had to take a day job again. I had to do it. Because apparently you cannot pay rent with ambition. I didn't know that. And that is why I'm dressed like a high-waisted Republican. Thank you, everybody. And it's weird, like I recently, I was working for a week as a receptionist for a website. And the one thing that I didn't realize is that working as a receptionist for a website has somehow turned me into a black woman. I didn't realize this until the other day when I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said, "Oh, so Calvin, what are you doing for money?" And my answer was, "Girl, I work on some bullshit." Just patting down my invisible weed for no reason. My boss called someone into the office the other day, and I was like, "Aw, sucker now. Aw, sucker." Embarrassing. I bought Living Single on DVD. Why? Really? Queen Latifah? Really? And it's just weird because I hate day jobs because I never have anything in common with my coworkers. Because my coworkers are all like, "Hi, I'm 40 and I live in Long Island and I have a mansion." And I'm like, "That's great. I am 26 and without this job, I would be in a homeless shelter." Thank you very much. They're like, "Oh my God, Calvin, I have a wonderful story to tell you about my kids." And I'm like, "I fuck strangers I meet on Craigslist, all right? I don't care. I really don't. Do your kids have herpes? Because then I'm interested, but I don't care. I don't. So I know a lot of you guys are here from New York. Is anyone here from Brooklyn at all? Brooklyn? Really? Wait, where in Brooklyn are you guys from?
Williamsburg.
Oh, of course. Why even ask? It's just a shame. I recently moved back to Brooklyn. I live in Flatbush right now. Or as the locals call it, Flatbush BK, what, blah, 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 blah. I didn't know. Guess that's the accent. I didn't know that. But it's awkward. I live in this new neighborhood, and I'm still adjusting, and my friends were horrified because I used to live in Manhattan. And they're like, "Oh my God, you live in Brooklyn? Make sure you get home safely. Make sure you get home safely." Which is the single dumbest phrase on the planet. Because I'm never trying to get home dangerously. Never. I can honestly say I will never do this to get home tonight. I will never go, "Wow, I'm gonna go home by walking down this dark alleyway with my eyes closed and my pants down, screaming, 'Oh my God, I have $5,000 in my wallet, and I am so drunk. I hope nobody rapes me.'" That would be awkward. Or fun if he's cute. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. All right. I used to, before I lived in New York though, I lived in Florida, which was a really cool state to live in. I really liked Florida. But the problem was that when I was younger, my parents never allowed me to do anything fun because they would say that it was racist. Case in point, I was like, "Mom, I'd love to go to Disney World so I can ride the rides and meet Mickey Mouse." And my dad was like, "You don't want to go to Disney World because Walt Disney is a racist. And we don't support racism in this house." And so I was like, "Well then, can I get a Nintendo so I can play video games?" And my dad was like, "You don't want a Nintendo because the Japanese are racist. And we don't support racism in this house." And it was only when I turned older that I realized that racist was their code name for expensive. It made a lot of sense when color TVs became racist. I was like, just because you see it in black and white doesn't mean I have to, okay? Why brand name cereal's racist, Dad? Don't give me the special KKK bullshit, all right? I am tired of Tastios. Tired of it. I was on the train recently, and I actually overheard the funniest argument in existence. And it was these two women, they're having this epic argument. And at the peak of the argument, this one woman yells at this other woman, and she goes, "Bitch, if you don't stop bitching at me, it's gonna get ugly up in this bitch." I thought that was hilarious. Because she used bitch as a noun, a verb, and an interjection. It was Schoolhouse Rock on the Q, people. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, you made bitch a new Smurf. How did you do that? That is amazing. I don't know. I'm still adjusting to my neighborhood because the thing that's crazy is that I didn't realize that there's a weed dealer on every block, and they all deliver. All the weed dealers deliver. And what I've started doing for fun is I've started playing this really fun game where I call a weed dealer, and then I call Domino's Pizza, and I see who arrives first. Because sometimes it's a party. One time I called and it was the same guy. I was like, double duty. It's a recession out there. It's crazy. It's just weird. I mean, like, I'm not really a big weed smoker. That's not true. Look at the melanin. But like, I'd rather drink. I'm a big drinker, which is a problem, and I'm working on it. And like, I remember the other day I got really, really drunk, and I was so drunk that like, have you ever been so drunk that you're laying down and you're like, why does it feel like the room's spinning? And why is the bed moving? And then you realize you're in an ambulance. That kind of night. I was like, oh shit, am I at a rave? And they're like, no, this is sirens. You're going to Beth Israel. Work it out. And it's bad too. Like, I remember when I was in college, I was really terrible, and my friends tried to stage an intervention for me, but all of my friends did harder drugs than I did, so the intervention went really awkwardly. It was like, Calvin, you gotta quit drinking, because, you know, it ruins your health. And, you know, it's so distracting. Like, we hate seeing you destroy your life like this. It's so, can you help me tie off? It's so distracting. See you do this to yourself. So I will tell you guys a quick story. My computer recently broke, which is a very devastating time in a young writer / chronic masturbator's life. No X-tube, it's really hard. And I had to find a place to get it fixed. Like I said, I recently moved to Brooklyn. I was looking for a place where I could get it fixed. And I finally found a guy, and the guy goes, oh, I only live like 3 blocks away from where you are. You can bring your computer over. And just so you know, I'm a black-owned company, so you should feel really good supporting a black-owned business. Which I was like, yeah, I'm Afrocentric. Yeah, I'll do it. I wear dashikis everywhere. Yeah, I'm all about it. Like, I won't go to Africa, too many flies, but I want to support. Do you know what I mean? So I go, and I bring the guy my computer, and I explain, this is what's wrong with my computer. And the guy stops me and he goes, I'm sorry, but you have a very strange accent. Are you from England? And that's when I realized that that's how racist America is. Where if you're black and you have good diction, you just can't be from here. That's basically what he told me. And here's the thing, like, I get it. Like, I get the fact that I don't have a black accent and that confuses people, all right? I get it. Like, I get it. I get the fact that people hear me and they're like, well, he's black, but he sounds white, and I think he might be gay, does not compute, and then their heads explode. I get it. Just fix my computer. That's been my time. Thank you guys so much.